right, guys, you know what time it is. We've got 6 things you should know. And number 1 on our list, it's the first week of summer and you'll need lots of water to stay hydrated. Today is a National Hydration Day and it reminds us to drink plenty of fluids to battle that heat. The human body contains more than 60% water.
Yeah, that's right.
So make sure you drink water.
And during the summer months, it's especially important to stay hydrated. Now, you don't only need to rely on what you drink to meet your hydration needs. What you also eat plays a big role. Fruits and vegetables such as watermelon and spinach have plenty of water. The Mayo Clinic recommends more than 15 cups of water a day for men and 11.5 for women. Watermelon. Go figure.
Eat watermelon. You know that was my New Year's resolution, was to drink more water, and ask me how I'm doing.
How are you doing?
Not great.
Why not?
Because I just forget, and then I just like grab a soda. You know, here lately I've been drinking half and half tea.
Have you?
Like a maniac.
Is that good? Does that help?
It's so good.
Okay.
But there's water in tea.
That's my rationale for everything. Like, there's also water and alcohol. So.
Yeah, you're like, let me get a water and vodka, and I'm good. All right, guys, and our number 2 today is a trickster teenager and a delivery woman up for some fun-made. Wait, what? They had some big laughs in Delaware. So check this out. Lynn Staffieri ordered something on Amazon recently, but didn't know that her 13-year-old son, Jacob, put this note in the empty box asking about extra delivery instructions. So what did they say? No, but knock on the door 3 times and scream abracadabra as loud as you can and run super fast away. And take a look at this. The fact that she actually did it.
Yeah, here we go. Watch this little skip she does too. Boom, just skips over whatever was on the sidewalk right there.
That's amazing.
Absolutely nails it, and the family cracked up when they saw it in their doorbell camera. Lynn posted the video on Facebook, and it has been shared more than 20,000 times. She apologized for her son, the jokester, but had big props for the Amazon delivery woman for playing along. I think everybody needs a little bit of that right now, so it's pretty cool that she did play along.
I was going to say, what a great sport that she actually went along with it.
And especially during the pandemic, you know who's been on the front lines too is all the delivery people. I know a lot of them have been kind of overworked and doing long hours and delivering packages to almost every home on the street. So just that she has a great attitude, given everything that's going on.
I saw on Facebook a lot of people were leaving like little treats for them, which is also like a really nice thing to do.
And we had Delivery Persons Day, I think, last week, and people were supposed to put little drinks out for their delivery driver. But yeah, I know at least a few people that put out snack baskets for them so they can grab a Rice Krispie treat or a Gatorade.
Yeah, no kidding. A Gatorade, it's so hot outside and they have to run around and get out of their car and get in their car and get out of their car, so I'm sure they get
or skip around
a little hot and tired.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're moving on, and activists are calling on China to put a stop to an annual dog meat festival. The Yulin Dog Meat Festival is known for allowing the sale of dog meat as food. So the Human Society International said its activists recently rescued 10 puppies that were sold for meat in the city. They urged authorities to embrace a notice by the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs that said dogs are not livestock.
In May, the ministry excluded dogs from its directory of livestock and poultry, but despite this change, the 10-day festival began as usual this past Sunday. According to the Humane Society International, authorities have tightened their control over the event amid the backlash, and some of the markets central to dog meat sales have been less crowded.
That's awful.
I'd rather talk about the delivery driver a little bit more.
Yeah, that is awful. Do not do this. Stop doing this. And that footage was very disturbing, so.
Yeah.
Yikes. All right, moving on. Taxes on sugary drinks can lead to major health gains and reductions in healthcare costs. That's according to a new study in the journal Circulation article indicates there are real health and economic benefits on taxes on sodas and other sugary drinks. So current sugar-sweetened beverage taxes in cities like San Francisco are volume-based.
The author suggests that taxing sugar-sweetened beverages on the basis of sugar content could be even more effective. By increasing the cost of such beverages, there's less consumption, which appears to lead to better overall public health. Specifically, the study found applying taxes on sugar content could help prevent more than 2 million cases of diabetes and save more than $100 billion in health costs.
That's pretty insane.
You tax my Coke, it fights. That's it.
Is that how you feel about that?
Coke and Dr. Pepper, no tax. Everything else you can.
Everything else is free game?
I don't drink much soda anyway, but when I do,
don't tax it.
Like it's not be taxed. But I mean, apparently there's a lot of benefits to that, including what was it, $1 billion in saved health costs?
Absolutely. Reducing diabetes. This is for a greater cause. It's bigger than you,
It
Josh.
is.
This is bigger than you.
Forget my Dr. Pepper.
Okay, and a smart ring to track coronavirus. That's the option the NBA is offering players as they head back to the hardwood next month. So the maker of the Aura ring says it can track a user's health data and even predict if users are about to show symptoms of the coronavirus infection. This $299 ring is designed to monitor sleep, pulse, movement, heart activity, and temperature. But there's not information yet on how well the device actually works for COVID-19.
The ring is one of several wearable devices being studied to see if they can detect COVID-19. A team at Scripps Research is looking into the potential of the Apple Watch, Fitbits, Garmin devices, Aura, and others to see if they can accurately monitor a person's baseline temperature, heart rate, sleep, and daily movement, and use changes in that data to detect the early onset of an infection. That's really interesting.
Very interesting. And I was going to say, imagine if we just all had this ring that it just told us when we were sick. Not just COVID-19, but anything.
Just, yeah, don't charge us the $299 for it and just mail one of those out to everybody. Maybe,
100%.
Maybe we can get behind that.
That would be amazing. I don't have $299, so.
You have an Apple Watch. Do you still have an Apple Watch?
No, I sold it.
Fitbit?
Actually to Kyle, our
wonderful editor.
Our wonderful editor.
Okay.
He bought it for me. Hope you're enjoying it, Kyle.
I'm sure he
More
is.
than me. I let it die.
Probably
Like I
was.
wore it for a week and then it died and then I just stopped using it.
I used to do that a lot. Just doesn't work anymore. In the corner.
Okay, and all you cat-loving single fellas out there, we've got some catastrophic news. It turns out guys who like cats are less likely to get a date. Now, if you're thinking you've got to be kidding me, well, there was actually a study on this, and scientists at Colorado State University showed more than 700 women photos of two guys, one by themselves and the second with a cat companion. And their luck got noticeably worse when women saw them cuddling a cat. Now, it's not a huge drop, but only about 5%, but there was definitely a drop
nobody
indeed,
would
my
go on a
friend.
date with these gentlemen right here. Hey, look at this. So you're probably wondering right now why such a fuss over felines. Well, the folks who did the study say it probably has to do with some long-held cultural stereotypes about cat owners versus dog owners, with catmen described as less masculine, neurotic, less agreeable, less dateable.
Ouch!
Ouch!
That hurts. Okay, but I will say, I did date a guy that owned a cat once, and I'm not gonna say any names, but he was a little odd. A little weird. Did some weird things.
Sir, you know who you are.
Sorry, you're watching me right now. Our camera guy just ran into the camera laughing. I mean, but he was a little odd, and he would just let the cat, which I'm not a huge cat person, so I think that kind of added to it as well.
Right.
And he would just kind of let it just roam.
I like both cats and dogs, but like as far as Americans are concerned, there's like dogs and then cats. So I think cats are kind of looked down upon just anyway because there are more dog people than cat people. But
yeah. Someone is very angry at us right now. You're a lovely person. I'm sure you are. We just don't like cats that much.
I like cats.
Do you? Mm-hmm. No, you don't. Don't lie.
I do.
You just try to make y'all feel better.
The right cat.
The right cat. Stay with us, guys. We're talking beautiful pieces for your home that are built to last. And later, as we continue to live in this new normal, we're talking face masks, and we're giving you some tips on how to make sure they're actually keeping you safe.
Yeah, we're still celebrating Black Music Month as well. We're bringing you our artist spotlight. That's later in the show. Stay with us.